Yo. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are in the world. My name is Bison, aka Bison Trades, over on Twitter. Welcome back to another episode of RareFUD Radio. On today's episode, just talk the market again. We're going to talk about it. We're going to talk about OXBT, of course. If you guys are living under a rock, don't know what BRC20s are, it's probably the biggest BRC20 launch I've ever seen. I mean, even bigger than Ordi in the sense of initial hype. I mean, already got to where it is because it was the first and all that good stuff. We're going to be talking about OXBT today. We're going to be talking about a couple of other projects too. And going to be talking about Mad Lads going ballistic right now. Again, dude, just absolutely rocking it up from that 50 range. Pain is when you have a Soul Sniper bot set up for 48 and it misses by a soul and a half and then watching this run up. I got one still. I got a Mad Lad. I'm just sad I don't have more. We're going to be talking about the rest of the market as well. We're going to be talking about sticking with what you know, kind of a theme we've been talking about lately, versus, venturing out into the void and chasing liquidity and being exit liquidity and everything in between. So let's get right into it. Let's dive right in. Of course, got to bring up my main co-host, my brother in content, Dorian. How we doing today, Dor?
Yo, what's going on, dog? Every day's a holiday. We back for another one, man. The market's, once again, as we discussed on Tuesday, it's a lot's going on and nothing at all is happening.
That's right.
So that's how I feel today.
That's right. Today's especially a holiday because we got Joe here. Honestly,
Whoa.
I wasn't expecting Joe to be here. Joe,
Yo,
how you doing, brother?
Does the audio sound anything like reasonable?
Yeah.
Really? Dude, so
Yep.
I didn't expect it. I didn't expect to have any Wi-Fi. And dude, my router is that I just plug in my laptop is cranking here for some reason. I'm on a mountain, somewhere in the world, and I guess I'm higher up. So yeah, I got like 10, 15 minutes. I am belated right now, guys. You guys both
Bro,
look beautiful.
Oh wow, I'm
let's
happy you're here.
go. I know. What a Thursday surprise. I was not, dude, I thought you were off the grid, just
Yeah.
doing JoeSol stuff and being a mountain man and chopping down logs and still making liquidity and all that good stuff. Just threw all your money in the door and it's just printing right now. But he's here, ladies and gentlemen. He's here. This is a wonderful surprise. Guys, let's get into the market overview real quick. I'd love to hear you guys' talks and takes on the market. Let's talk about volume right now. Over on Solana, 85,000, almost 86,000, 24-hour volume. Little dip, which is to be expected. We don't have another mint today or hype mint like Asset Dash. Magic Eden. And we're going to be talking about Magic Eden today too.
Yeah.
We definitely need to talk about what they announced. But back up top, 42.75% of the volume. Tensor at 40%, so not far behind. Haiti Swap, 12,000 Solana volume. Would you believe it? Always between 12 and or 10 and 15.
10 to 15.
Yep, it's like clockwork, believe it or not. Exchange art, back above 1,000 Solana volume over the past 24 hours. You'd love to see it. I know that Hotheads auction probably had something to do with it, but I was like 350 minimum there.
And Barrows, I think they have another auction today as well. So
yeah. Those boutique 101 still cranking in a bear market. Bear Marketer is another one that everybody saw what they did during meme coin season. They're like, yeah, I want one of those. And you buy during a pump on a 101. You buy when nobody's talking about them.
Yeah, dog.
So, we could talk about that in a little bit too. Elixir, 541 Solana volume. Sitting about where it usually does these days, but something to note. Guys, how do we feel about the market right now?
Hold on, dog. You didn't mention night market. Is that up there at all? Where's night market at?
Bro, you don't have to bring up pain. Okay, bro, how do we feel about the market? Let's go Dor and then Joe.
I'm feeling good, man. Like, once again, I think we're still in that lull phase. Asset Dash was a little blip on the radar, in my opinion. I don't think that we're going to see any type of bullish momentum anytime soon. Maybe next time there's a hype mint. But I just think overall, I'm not the best macro guy, but it doesn't seem like it's too positive. And that does have an effect on the crypto market as well as the NFT market. And I think if we get some type of bullish catalyst that happens within the NFT market, at least we'll start seeing volume pick up. But as of right now, I think right now is just the time to be positioning yourself in projects that you do think will pump. Like we saw how Mad Lads took off out of nowhere. I think SMB will do the same thing closer to whitelist time. But yeah, it's just positioning right now.
100% agree. I mean, the time to position was I honestly. Oh my goodness! Wait! Bye! Wait, sorry. You guys go ahead. Joe, how do you feel about the market right now?
Yeah, man, we're feeling good. I totally feel that. I've definitely laid off, and I'm kind of more on my chill vibe. Very passive. Moved a lot of money into Thor spot because they have a lot of stuff coming for that. Forex, a lot of different things that compound your USDC. So that's a safer play for me because I'm not going to be around too much. I still hold the Heist and I think a few other projects, but yeah, not actively enough in the market to even know what's going on right now. Macro wise, I understand that it's definitely time to put your DCA pants on and understand until we get closer to the halvening for BTC and or the election. Then we can start seeing some real money come back in. But for most part, everyone that's going to move the market liquidity wise is on the sidelines at the moment. So yeah, just kind of finding, because you're still here, like Dorian and B with their ears to the ground, you can really find some positions of strength being like very active in this lull in the market. But dude, I haven't looked at a chart. I couldn't even tell you what SOL price is right now. I don't know what BTC is, dude. Haven't looked, haven't cared. I signed in to try to get this OXBT and I got my whitelist. I'm happy. I signed off. We're good to go. Xverse, man, BTC really coming out here with great mobile apps. Pretty wild. So I'm thinking, oh man, I got to go into the browser. And I was like, no, man, Lightning. Like I just put my thing that I want to receive. I could pay right from a Lightning wallet, dude. I could put the other, and then I could pay through Xverse. I didn't have to use the Lightning. It's crazy. So yeah, man, I think people are sleeping on BTC for sure.
Hey, let's go, Joe.
Yep, I do too. I don't think people are sleeping on BRC20s anymore. It's been around now for a little bit. We talked about it with Manny. A manic focus is happening with OXBT. So I don't know. I think at some point, and I talked about it today, dude, is this another one that's flashing? Somebody, please, can I buy? Stop saying order complete. God bless. I keep seeing Mad Lads flash for like 72 and 74, and the floor price is 80 right now. Please let me buy these now. Like that's a quick flip. I mean, I can make a sold from that easy, but
Oh, Matt, they're pumping, huh?
bro, they're at 80 right now. The floor price is 80.
Oh my God. Wait, can you give me a rundown real quick? Do you mind giving me a rundown of like top 5, 10 collections? Just I guess give me a revamp of what's going on right now.
Yes,
like soul wise.
Yes,
I would love
absolutely. Let's get a top 10 review going on with Solana. Number 1, sitting at 26,000 Solana volume is Mad Lad, sitting at a floor of 80. The sell now floor of 80.51. Something interesting over there. ABC coming in at 8.5K Solana volume, sitting at about a 30.87 Sol floor. Transdimensional Fox Federation coming in at number 3, 4,700. So big disparity between the top 3.
Oh, they're number 3?
Yeah, 15.13 Sol floor.
The Heist. I've been gone for 2 days. This feels like a whole nother universe. Keep going. I'm sorry.
Dog.
Yeah, they're number 3. Dude, FFF and TFF have just been like crushing volume lately. They've been stable coins. Honestly, they've been stable coins. I'm waiting for them to just like absolutely skyrocket. You always see this is a textbook situation of volume precedes price movement. I want a Fox, but I'm like, dude, these are stable coins. But that's always what happens right before you load up and take off from there. So we actually literally live while this is happening just got flipped by FFF, who is now sitting at number 4 instead of the Heist, sitting at 55.75 with about 4,000 Solana volume. The Heist,
let's go, behind
it, 13.77 at 3.865K Solana volume. DAA actually coming in at number 6, 49.7, almost about to cross that 50 barrier. 3,300 Solana volume. Asset Dash, Sharks, and Samoyed coin, which I know that's going to be like, what are you talking about right there? And SMB round out the top 10. So that's kind of your lay of the land, Joe. Anything stick out to you?
Yeah, to be honest with you, I mean, the whole thing is pretty wild. It makes sense Mad Labs is kind of capturing this liquidity right now, and people are betting on the macro with them because it makes sense. I mean, why wouldn't you? If you were going to pick a Solana project, they have the devs, they have the foundation behind, they have the money, they have the resources, they have the influencers, like they're doing it right. So that's actually, I'm kind of mad I haven't been around to make that play, because if they were still in the low 60s or something, right? When Sol was tanking.
They hit high 40s.
Yeah.
Wow, no way.
9.6.
Holy cow. Yeah, so that's a no-brainer. So that's, absolutely. What a play. So yeah, and then Famous Fry, they deserve it. I feel like their holders are just accumulating. A lot of them don't even sell. So they deserve that rocket ship, which will probably take place. It's wild to see, the bear really shaking the tree here, and who can cling on to the branch and really start building a foundation. It's wild to hear. So thank you for that update.
Yeah. I mean, if you want my personal take, I've been developing a thesis of if you have volume now in the bear and you're like consistently there, I'm talking about the TFFs of the world, the FFFs, the Mad Lads, the Kaleno not being in the top 10 is like really baffling to me. And that's what I'm going to definitely pick up. Like, I don't even think it's close to me right now. I think if you're looking in that price range, I would say them. Even OK Bears, I was talking about it today. But I know I got bored.
I can't, dog.
You grimace like that. That's how we avoid profit. So like I don't like it either. I've been saying the executional level is just not there with them. But if you're talking that price range, I think those are some of the best buys right now.
Yeah, they'll pump. Don't get me wrong. I just can't bring myself to buy one. That's it.
Yeah, believe me, I don't like doing it either. I'm a masochist though, so I mean,
yeah,
it's bad.
Aren't we all?
When I'm going to see that OK Bears tweet on the timeline, dog.
Bro, if I buy one, I'm buying it in silence. Until they actually do something, and then I will be very loud about it. The one thing I want to talk to you about, Doris, since you're our SMB expert, I want an SMB. I'm not buying it right now. I think one of the things I'm thinking of doing it is just waiting until Gen 3 comes out, and then I'll play that market. And if I have the same access to SMB, like unless unless, and I want to see, like, are SMB Gen 2 holders going to get more benefits? And is that like a dilutionary thing?
So
Is this going to be a Tayo infant sort of thing? Because I don't want to be a part of that if that's the case.
Yeah, no, don't. I mean, honestly, the only difference so far is that it's about voting rights. I don't think most people care about voting rights. So there's everything else is the same. So I don't see any reason why you shouldn't pick up a Gen 3 over an SMB unless you really, really want voting rights. And I guess more provenance. But other than that, just grab yourself a Gen 3 on secondary, dog.
Yeah, that's what I'm going to do. Yeah, if people cared about governance, they'd probably be buying into Hades.
Exactly.
Hades
When
Nobody
is
cares.
that? Do we know? Door?
What's up? Oh,
Gen
the
3?
yeah, Gen 3 is coming out. They said June. I don't know if they're going to fully do it yet. They said June, but we'll see how that timeline comes along. For me personally, my entire goal is, as I did with Heist, is to get as much Gen 3s as possible, dog. I just think they're going to print. I don't think they're going to break 100, but I don't need them to. If I get multiple whitelists and we're not doing pre-sales. It's like if you have a Gen 2 SMB, you get a whitelist for Gen 3 at 10 SOL. Then Monkey DAO's having 14 SOL raffles for specific holders, and then there'll be whitelists, I think at 18 SOL. No, 16 to 18 SOL. I forgot which one, where people can buy in from the public. So that's how the first, I guess, 10K are going to be minted.
Yep. I'll just play that market somehow, some way. I'll get into SMB at some point.
Dude, what you could do.
182 right now is so rich for me. I'd rather I see value elsewhere for the time being, because I think you're just buying an expensive whitelist spot personally, but that's neither here nor there. I think that's what my play is going to be with it. What's your call on that, Door?
I think it really depends on what you want to do with it, man. Like for me, it's like I like to be involved in Monkey DAO. I love going to the events. I love being there on a daily basis to see what's going on, especially on the governance side. I don't know. I just love monkey politics. It's so interesting to watch all the proposals. So for me, it's like I find value in having my Gen 2, but I also picked it up when Sol was $12. So significant difference in the entry point. But right now, if you're looking to trade, I would not be trying to trade an SMB. I would not be picking up an SMB specifically for the whitelist. I don't think they're going to send that hard where it would justify it. But I do think like you should probably pick up a Gen 3 just to be involved in Monkey DAO in some form.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, I want to be involved. It's just why I haven't found an edge or a clear buy decision because of just what's happening with it. You got the Hades DAO drama. You got the
that's done, dog. Easy clap.
I know. But now we got Gen 3 coming. It's like, should I buy? Historically speaking, there is no collection that is done well. If you have to buy the original collection in order to get access, whitelist spots or whatever to the next one. Like it's an EV negative play almost every single time. I would say Utes would probably be the only one that maybe did well. But even that, may have taken a little bit, more than just a day after mint. So I don't know. I think that's just always the play until further notice. And that's how I'm going to play it.
Yeah,
but
it ain't no rush to get in Monkey DAO, dog. Ain't nothing happening like where you need to get in today or tomorrow. So just let that shit cook, dog, and pick up a little lower, I think. I don't know what's going to happen with the Gen 2 price, but you would be able to get access to Monkey DAO with the Gen 3. So I think that's what's important.
Yep, 100%. All right, let's get into today's headlines and news and notes. We got OXBT. OXBT has been dominating my damn timeline. I am tired of it. I'm sick of it. It's all over it. I just see orange everywhere. You got these Bitcoin influencers now who are just rocketing up. And shouts out to them. I think they're incredibly smart people and everything. They're the influencers I like to see win. BitGod, I think it's just a really good person. Went from literally when we started, when we had Manny on the show, had Manny on the show, he was below. Yeah, he was around
5K, I think.
Yeah, he was like 5K. Yeah, he was definitely under 10K. That's all I remember. Now he's over 120 last time I checked.
140, dog.
140. Jeebus. Holy cow. He's doing it right. I mean, if that's how you want it, I mean, he could be a social case study as far as if you want to build a social following. I don't know exactly what he did. having Pepe as a profile picture, is that a key? I don't know. Orange background, is that a key? I don't know.
I don't know, dog.
Yeah, I don't know. But it's very interesting to see. We can look over on Unisat, so unisat.io. If you guys want to follow along, go over to the marketplace tab. If you don't have 20 points yet, go mint some stuff.
I don't think you need 20 points anymore. I think they got rid of that.
Bro, why did I mint anything?
Yeah, I know, dude. They got rid of that after the episode with Manny. So yeah,
I hate it here. Okay, well, anyways, let's talk about OXBT. Right now, currently sitting at 249 sats per OXBT. So 7 cents per. You're looking at, if you got the airdrop from like OMB, I think was 3,333.
Oh, yes, it was. Got 2 of them too, man. That was good.
I mean, that's a nice, you're sitting at about a $200 airdrop, which pretty good right now. I think people are thinking it was going to be more.
Yeah, so there's a lot of discrepancy with this. It opened up, which I obviously, because Unisat takes forever to freaking inscribe and then list, it opened up around 70 cents, which was significantly overvalued. Like, people were selling in there. Hats off to them who got out at 70 cents. With this entire, the entire circulating supply is not out yet. We still have the rest of whitelist, and public comes out tonight at 9:30 p.m. EST. I still think we see further downward price momentum, honestly, man. The way I'm judging this, because of the lack of chart, is I'm going purely off market cap. I'm like, where do I think OXBT should be in terms of market cap on BRC20s? Right now, the top tier is Ordi. That's sitting at, I think, 168 milli. If you take for those out there, we're about to get a little nerdy. To get to get market cap of a collection, you need to multiply the circulating supply times the price. So seeing we don't know the price of Ordi at a 220 million or at a $160 million market cap, you just divide 160 mil divided by 200 million, and that'll, I think, is around 80 cents. So do I think it's going to get up to 80 cents? Probably not. But guess what? You don't need it to. I'm thinking Ordi should be around a $2 million market cap on the conservative end. That would put it in the top 10 coins of Ordi BRC20, which I don't see why it wouldn't be. Like, this thing is all over the timeline. Everybody knows about it. I think more people know about this one than Ordi. So in my opinion, right now we have a ton of sell pressure because it happens with any airdrop repetitively. Like, it's a crime, dude. Airdrop comes out. And once again, I understand people out there, liquidity is relative to individual. So when I use the term peanuts, I'm sorry, $150 is not a lot of liquidity for me. So I don't mean to offend you if $150 is a lot for you. You do you, but for me, it's not a lot. So in that terms, I'm not about to floor for $300 total. Like, why? It's like, once again, on RareFUD, we always talk about that risk reward. Why am I going to sell for $300 instead of accumulating more at these levels, knowing there's a known catalyst coming in the future that you'll need OXBT for, and it'll pump? Like, it's a no-brainer in my opinion. So I think as the day goes on, we'll continue to see more and more sell pressure until after public. I'm thinking we go down to less than a cent, dog. There's going to be a ton of sell pressure at public with people just trying, because this is a free airdrop, people are just going to try to get this thing, sell it. And when they're selling on these low prices, man, if I can get in below a cent, your boy's back in, he's taking out all the Nana from the bank and putting it into OXBT. So I plan on, because I think it's going to really send after that, because I think it's oversold right now based on what I think the market cap should be. Sorry, that was super long.
It was a bit long. That's okay. We love the passion. Joe, what do you think about OXBT?
Yeah, I think you buy it before he announces that you need it for the Ordinal collection. And then, price go up. And then you make a bag, like Dorian said. I think very well put. I agree with Dora 110%. That is just directly what he's going to do. Or you hold so many and you get this drop, or you hold this many and you get this type of drop, or something like that. So yeah, I think that catalyst is there, and yeah, it's there, brother. I got to find out. I'm just thinking in my head, like, I can't, you guys are getting me back. I might have to leave right now. The itch is coming. The itch is coming back.
Yo, dude, I'm telling you, man, it's like, I've been watching this thing like a hawk, dog, and it's like one of my conviction plays that I've always talked about. It's like, there's too many things that line up right for this collection not to do well. People are like, oh, Dorian, you should sell like and then buy back lower. Look, I'm not a short-term trader, dog. I don't do that. BRC, like the amount of gas you have to do and then it just takes too much. I ain't got no nerve for that. I'll just hold on to my free airdrop and buy lower whenever it does. It's like, why am I giving up free money? It's like, if it goes to zero, whatever. I did not literally lose anything.
Of course, I take a sip of water right at the right time. You know what my take is? I don't give a shit anymore. I don't care. I don't give a shit anymore. I'm so over. Look, it is. I think I'm just sticking with my very crude fundamental thesis of, do I see this scaling, being accessible, and have future use case or something to build on top of and introduce new industries? No, it's a line of fucking code. And ordinals are just JPEGs inscribed on rare sats and stuff. And I know that is of value to some people. It's not of value to me. I don't give a shit anymore. I'm over it. At a fundamental level, I know that people are going to make money off of it. I know there's going to be profit maxis that are going to, make generational wealth on it. And I applaud them. I will root from them from the sidelines. And I'm happy for you. I don't give a shit anymore. This is not going to fundamentally change the earth or the industry or crypto or anything. It's not. You cannot sit there and tell me this is going to do a damn thing. It is a line of code. It's a lot. I could code this. I could. And it's on a rare set. I don't care. I don't care anymore. I'm done with it. I'm over it. Ordinals are cool. I think ordinals have more longevity than BRC 20s, which are just so dumb, dude.
Bison Dog.
There's shit tokens on the Bitcoin chain. Let's be honest. Like, at a certain point, the BTC maxis, they're getting a little crazy. Like cursed stats, negative inscription. At a certain point, you get to a point where it's like, bro, you guys are being so esoteric that you are just being ridiculous. Like, all right, we're here to make money. We get it. The people pushing it on you is because they have enormous bags and they have an incentive to push it on you, right? They found a way to be early and to be that cult leader. So if you put your ducks in a line and get those ducks out of line at the right time, you can also make money. But don't buy into a narrative or a hype that someone's selling to you ever. The government, nothing. You don't ever buy into the hype fully because there's always going to be some lies and some falsities in that nature. So like Door's doing, he's playing it beautifully, and he won't let himself get stuck in the mud. But like Bison said, at the end of the day, this stuff is so esoteric. Nobody knows what the fuck we're talking about. It's such a small echo chamber. Like, let's be honest. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, dude, I agree with both you guys. I think it's a beautiful melting pot for both you guys. How both you guys feel?
Dude, that was well said, Joe. That was well said. Is also Bison. When I talk about ordinals and stuff, I'm sorry, like specifically BRC20 tokens, guys, this is just trade for me. I'm not sitting here long term saying this is going to change the paradigm of Bitcoin forever. I ain't saying none of that. I'm just telling you guys my strategy for this one trade. I don't know what XOXBT is going to do a year from now, nor do I care. I got my thesis on how I can make a bag, and I'm rotating probably back to Sol like I've been doing. So yeah, I agree with B. Like BRCs and Joe as well. It's like it's just a bunch of meme coins on Bitcoin, dog.
Yep. I mean, that's what they are. Look, I don't care anymore. I don't think it's the future of France, right? Like that it's not it's a meme, and that's what it is. It's a line of code, and people are assigning a speculative value onto it, just like everything else for the most part. I just don't think we're building towards any sort of future of what NFTs or coins or crypto could do in very fun, practical use cases of any sense. This is just a glorified game of hot potato, and you can put all the fancy terms on it you want. And you can talk about rare sats all you want and sub inscriptions and everything like that. At the end, it's a very niche market of people who actually give a shit. And I'm not one of them. I'm not. So end of the day, though, I want you to make money. If you have an edge over there, you go make your money, boo-boo. You go do your thing. I want you to win. I want you to make money. That's what this show's for, is I want you to stay in Web3. But if you are joking yourself, if you think this is actually going to be the next future of what crypto assets can be, we don't care. We don't care about the same picture we've inscribed, put on Ethereum, put on Solana, and everything in between. But it's just, you found yourself the rich. Basically, think about it this way: you go out searching for oil, do you want to tap into like, some like in the middle of the desert of Texas, you strike oil, you're lucky. It's just a little bit of oil though, a little oil field. Or do you want to go over to Saudi Arabia, tap into their shit? Because that's what Bitcoin is. And then you got over here in Texas is like SWE, right? That's literally what it is. We're just tapping into different oil fields, and that's what it is. So yeah, I would want to tap into Saudi Arabia's oil field too. Yeah, that's Bitcoin.
I'm trying to tap into Saudi Arabia, dog.
Yeah, and I don't blame you. I would much rather you do this than go over to SWE right now until they develop their ecosystem, carve out their niche, everything like that. But I'm over it. I think there's way cooler shit happening on Solana. My edge is over on Solana.
Oh yeah.
Occasionally I'll have an ETH play or even an ordinal play. I do like ordinals more so than BRC20s.
Yes.
I think
I'm a long-term believer in ordinals and less so on BRC20.
Yeah.
I'm not bullish on BRC20 at all.
Yeah. I mean, BRC20s are ordinals in a sense. You have to inscribe them, and I mean, you can get technical about it, but ordinals, the JPEGs and stuff, and building a brand through Bitcoin, that to me, I think has more longevity, and I can see some use out of it, and I can see some people building a brand around it. That's fine. Go ahead. Do your thing too. I don't care. I'm done talking about it. Let's talk about some other cool shit. Mad Lads, just absolutely ripping right now. Holy cow. They're at 81.69.
That's crazy, dog.
They're going above 100. I mean, that is like,
easy clap.
That was the clearest thing. I'm telling you, it is painful. I had a snipe set for 48 on Soul Sniper using their limit order and using their sniper bot, and I did not hit it. I'm so sad still.
Max pain, dog.
It was so close. It's like 1.5 soul away. And I know they're going to 100. Like, I've not seen, again, community sentiment around a project. And I don't think there's anything cooler out besides compression of NFTs or compressed NFTs if you want to. Fire Dancer, whenever that comes. The Saga is a big activator for me. But X NFTs, I think, are literally transformative if you think about them in a different way. We may have not thought about the use cases just yet, but I'm telling you, the possibilities are endless. And once it comes to mobile, it's game over. That is, it is going to 250. Soul. I will go ahead and tell you that right now. It's the most obvious play in Solana NFTs. It hurts my brain how obvious it was. And I missed out on more because I wanted 1.5 soul less than what it got to. I'm so pissed at myself. Anyways, I'm done. Guys, what do you think about Solana NFTs right now? I'm just talking about Mad Lads right now, but there's a lot happening over here. I mean, like, there is decent volume, and I think there's some good plays coming on the horizon. And liquidity will eventually cycle back over here. In mass. So what are we thinking about Solana NFT? So let's just go on an alpha tangent. Let's go with Door first and then Joe.
Yeah, man. Freaking Mad Lads, not surprised it's rebounded super quick. I can see these breaking 200. It's only a matter of time. One of the reasons I didn't pick up Mad Lads is because I was torn between more chimps and Mad Lads. Like, Mad Lads is one of those long-term plays for me that I'm just going to sit there and let cook. But I just wanted to have my liquidity a bit more, I guess, liquid and active at the same time. Like, it's like while picking up a Mad Lads would have been, a nice little 40 soul profit. It's like getting Nana on the side while the NFT itself is also appreciating. It's like I couldn't pass that up. So I don't mind buying up into a project. If Mad Lads is 150, I'll buy in at 150. I don't care. Just because it's a longer term hold. One of the most surprising things, which I'm not too sure why it's surprising in this market, is ABC pumping. Their announcement to Ordinals is bullish, and I've just learned, and don't knock the trend. If a project says they're going to Ordinals, it's bullish. Buy that project. Numbers go up.
So sell into it every single freaking time.
Yep. Like, it is what it is, man. The market seems to think it's bullish, so who am I to say otherwise? But once again, just got to go back to the heist, dog. There's nothing on the market that I think is better than the heist right now. I don't know what you want me to say. Like, it's the best play out there. It ran from the lows of 7. It's already sitting at 14, 15 now?
It's 13.77 right now, but yeah.
Oh, that's all good. Yeah. You make up that change in some Nana.
Yeah, we rolled out crates. There's a little bit of a hiccup with another feature rollout, which, it works on testnet. When you push it to public, there's always something that happens, and it's just And then people are like, "Oh my gosh, why did that happen?" You're like, "Bro, one, I'm a marketing guy. I can't tell you anything. Two,
Oh yeah.
that's just how tech rollouts work. I mean, we're the first people doing this kind of stuff on Solana. So, it's fun to see the market respond. Even after that hiccup and everything, the price barely corrected. There's still only like 200 listed on the market on a 12-day collection.
Stupid. That's so stupid, man. Like, you can't tell me. It just doesn't make any sense how bullish that is. It's the supply's increasing, but the listings continue to decrease.
Yeah, it's fun. I want mobile here. They are still working on mobile. I can show you the whole Trello board of all the shit we got coming up on the next 4 weeks of sprints. I'm not going to, because that's alpha and you guys can't have that. But it's just nice to be a part of a project that clearly has stuff that they want to do over the next 4 weeks, and then obviously pivots come and go as we see fit. But it's nice. I think this is a nice taste of crates. I'm excited for when people are able to open them whenever they like, for a Nana fee, and we're burning Nana again. And then you could also possibly loot them, in the future. And that's always fun to do too. So yeah, I mean, Heist, look, I'm not going to gas up Heist anymore, because obviously that's my job too. And you should already be in Heist if you're watching this stream. If not, that's okay. I still think there's some other plays out here as well. SMB is just a weird one for me. Not that I'm opposed to buying it right here. It's just, I think there's some safer plays with more upside right now.
Yep.
You want the safest play in the world is Famous Fox. I mean, seriously, it is stable.
Yeah.
It is, what you're getting out of it. They honestly reward their holders with sustainable revenue, and they just put it in a box. And it's kind of like our loot boxes, except they're just like, you either get some Foxy tokens or some cool cosmetics or level ups for your Foxes, or straight up soul sometimes, which is interesting. But I digress. That's cool to me. I think Foxes are one of the safest plays. I'm not saying at upside wise, but I am saying, like, it's about as much as if you stake your soul. Like we always talk about, the opportunity cost is stake your soul. And would this make more? I think so. I think it'd make just about as much or a little bit more, and would be not as safe, but nearly as safe. Like I think they're just, you're not gonna fade Drax or Foxy Dev. They're just builders.
Dude, there's like so many safe plays out there right now, and it kind of ties back into what you were saying earlier about not getting caught up in the new shiny thing. Just focus on what's good in the market. You got Blocksmith coming up with Migos. You got Forge that people are buying for whitelist. You have Famous Fox and Transdimensional Foxes. You got anything in the Clanosaurus ecosystem. It's just so much out there that's a safe bet that will provide you various levels of upside. Like, right now, the market's bad, not in the best state, but I think they're at a level where entering into some of these projects is not a bad idea.
Yep, 100%. That Ybarra RE Broker saying he got hammered on my crates. Out of 8, I got 5 banners and 3 tickets. No cosmetics or juice. Believe me, I didn't. Dude, I had 28 crates to open. I didn't get jack squat. I didn't get any cool cosmetics. I did get one of the cool banners, which I guess I'll say was cool. But I didn't get any juice, bro. I would have got fudded anyways. If I got goon juice, I would have got fudded. It'd be like, team member got juice.
Get juice. Send it to 0. And then, dude, one thing, I love the opening system of the crates, how it had the little wheel. But what pissed me off was I saw the juice and it started slowing down. I'm like, don't you fucking do it. Don't you? Ew. And then went right past it. I'm like, I hate this.
It is. Joe, have you opened your crates yet? Since you're on the road?
I have not actually I got back, so I have it's like a USB router. Can you hear me?
Yeah,
you guys hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you.
I have a USB router, and I've only paid for like an hour a day basically of usage on it. So I got back, I bought 4 chimps and tried to put them in game, and I just missed it, right? And I go into a ticket, and Tara's in there, who's awesome, always a great mod, always answering back claims. So I'm like, oh, my 4 won't go in because the sync wallet wasn't working and the game wasn't down yet. And then the game went down, and I went back and closed the ticket and wrote back. I was like, it was my fault. It was too late. Like, I wasn't trying to be, I wasn't being greedy. I was like, I'm not gonna make you guys worry about this. But yeah, so I swept 4 more chips, and I opened up all my crates before I So that's what I'm using my hour for. I honestly is to get on Heist, claim all my stuff, send them back out. That takes a good 15, 20 minutes right there. I can look around the game, check the leaderboards and stuff, and then use my other stuff for emails and work and stuff. But yeah, man. So my team is my Solana bag is very slim. It's the Heist, Cyber Frogs, and Cyber Sams right now, and then the rest of my money's literally in Thorbot, and then some BTC plays and dude, I'm a big Render fan, man. I've actually talked to some of my buddies I haven't talked to in a while, and I'm maybe macro like 2024, 2025, but I might start my bag of Render. I actually have an average entry of $2.56. I do think that's a coin that has some big potential in it for the next bull swing narrative. So that's kind of like where my mind is right now. Only because I'm not around enough to have like my finger on the trigger. So I'm kind of looking for like that DCA longer macro swing the next couple months to kind of DCA some stuff into. So watching Render. But other than that, yeah, same plays that you guys are saying are great. I might pick up a TFF, a trans-dimensional fox. I might throw 16 soul into that and forget about it for a while too.
I think it's the smartest play out of the two. It just is one TFFs just seem to have more more sales, right? It's just a lower price point. It's matching the volume of FFF almost always. I think FFFs are way cooler, but I would rather have the more liquid, lower price point just to maintain some sort of liquidity. But look, Fox Federation in general is just it's something I need. I keep saying it. I've been saying it for the past year. I need to hold some of their assets, and I think I bought them a couple times, and I just sell, and I'm like, I think I can spend my money better elsewhere. And I'm like, why do I think this? This would be such a safe hold in the long run. Hayes is saying Smiths, Heist, Mad Lads, and Cyber Frogs, Dust, and Forge. I rest easy every night. Absolutely agree with all those picks. I'm still in the look. Claynosaur has been silent too long.
Yep.
I think they're coming out with the Saga species here soon. I think we might see another little itty bitty dip from 56 back down to like 50s or so, and that's when I'll strike for some more Clanos. I want more Clanos. I'm not going to buy Mad Lads right here, even though I think that's the most obvious play, and I think they could 3x from here. It's just, do they go back down to 50 again? I'd rather have the liquid on hand to do so. Claynosaurs, I don't see getting much lower than 50 anyways, and I'll buy them there. Like it's just way closer to the bottom for me, so I think the RR is there. But I think that's about it on Soul Plays. Guys, do you have anything else you want to add into it before we talk about Magic Eden and Tensor?
On Soul, no, having a Cyber Samurai will never hurt. And picking up six sushi won't hurt either.
Oh man, I saw the art in the chat. Oh, it looks good. I love it, man. I love it. I'm a big fan of the redo.
Yeah, the new direction I think is exciting. I was like, oh wow, this is different, but it's different in a positive way. So I'm glad you like it, B, and I think it'll hit harder when we start going to market with it.
Yeah, I think it'll be good for a generative collection. Like I think it's a better style for it personally. But yeah, that being said, I did like the old style too. I think that would be better for one-on-ones than I do for generative art. That's design wise. But that being said, we'll end the show with this. We're going to talk about Magic Eden and we're going to talk about Tensor. Obviously, the two hottest, biggest marketplaces right now. I do have some news from Soul Sniper on what they're doing, and it's supposed to be happening this week, but it's already Thursday, and I haven't heard anything yet, so I'm going to keep my mouth shut on that front. But we are going to talk about Magic Eden and Tensor. Magic Eden announces Chapter 2. Chapter 2, they have finally listened. They are finally here for Solana, folks. This is the first thing they've done that I'm actually like, finally, dude. Are you kidding? I don't know why it took so long, but at least they're listening and at least they're taking some feedback. So I got to give credit where credit is due. I don't completely hate them anymore. I do hate it.
What did they do?
Bro,
what did they do?
1 minute.
Oh
I'll share I'll share the tweet. God, Joe,
This is so exciting, though. I feel like a newbie, bro.
Joe's like a viewer today. He's like, I'm catching up.
Bro,
I am
this is
catching
amazing.
up. This is great, but it's even better being a viewer because I can like be like, "Yo, Bison, tell me about this."
Yeah. 1 minute. Let me show you real quick. Share. I'm gonna go ahead and share my screen. So I'm trying to blow this up a little bit, but chapter 2, it's time to make some changes. They're launching NFT aggregation on Solana finally. We are embracing composability. Interesting. That's of interest to me. I think that is one of the most interesting parts about this for me is they set up marketplaces across all of these chains. So if you want composable and composability between chains and everything, this is where I would be like, I think Magic Eden could gain back some market share here. They are offering a 20.25% rebate basically for maker fees. So on Magic Eden, basically you get paid to list there, which is wild to me. And
That's
somebody
wild.
else takes the liquidity. So if you put your liquidity, whether it's a collection bid or a listing on there and somebody takes it from you, you get paid a very small percentage on top of words, which is great. I'm like, hey, that's some innovation right there. I'm fine with the Magic Eden. Competition is good. We've said it from the longest time. Competition is good for the market, and it is about time they started taking that seriously. Here's the other thing, though. I wish I had just shared my entire screen instead of the window. We're just going to share the window, and we're going to do that, and then we're going to go over here, and we're going to share it again. Tensor comes right back and says, hey, guess what? We got new fees. Talk about lightning quick. Dude, not even 24 hours later, coming in right back and saying, hey, we're going to beat you on fees, and we're still going to take your lunch money. Makers now earn 0.4%. So you are earning a little bit more for putting your liquidity over on Tensor. And then takers pay 1.4%. So basically they're putting that fee onto takers. So they're not losing any money. They're reorganizing their fee structure, but it's still better than Magic Eden's. The only way it's not as good as Magic Eden's is if you do have the rewards for being a loyal quote unquote member. But if they reset every month or whatever it is, it doesn't matter anyways. They are base 1.5% for takers. So really interesting stuff. The market wars are heating up. I love it.
Oh yeah.
I'm all about it. I'm here for it. I'm oh God, this is so good. Yeah, Curve is saying Night Market said they launched that already. Oh wait, never mind. Yeah, Night Market is in the dust. I'm sorry.
Night Market's the dark horse in all of this. 2 months later, we're going to come back. Night Market's #1 marketplace.
No shot, dude. And I really like Ryan too.
Ryan's nice.
I like Key and the super.
The team's nice. Once again, great dudes over there. We're joking around.
Look,
but
I like to say I'm a well-liked guy. I'd like to say Door's a well-liked guy, and Joe. If I see them on a dev team, I would never buy their product. They ain't devs. Now if they're on the front facing stuff. Heck yeah, I'm about it. That's what they're there for. But look, just because they're nice people doesn't mean they can develop anything, and that's just the case. Now let's go back.
And to be fair, Bison and I did buy these projects, so it's not like we're just fudding them. Like if anything, we're fudding our own bag. So weird flex on us, right?
I will be so happy. I think you have a better shot of getting your FTX, Bitcoin, or FTT or whatever it is back at whatever you bought it in for before the crash than getting a return on Night Market right now. And I know that is so bad to say, but look, it took too long. You raised too much money to begin with.
Dog, don't get me into the pre-sale. I just not think about it. It just makes you sleep better at night.
I mean, look, all I'm saying is Tensor was made by 2 guys and they rushed it from the start without any money. Night Market raised 1.5 mil. So anyways, yes. Okay. I love the Tensor Magic Eden marketplace going back and forth, right? This is so good for Solana, so good for marketplaces in general, because competition breeds innovation, whether it's through fee structure, whether it's through new features, whether it's through adoption or anything like that. This is good. And I'm here for it. Magic Eden, I will finally say I do not hate you anymore. This is good. This is a step in the right direction. Should you have taken it sooner? Absolutely. You could have had your foot on the throat of Solana if you wanted to, and you didn't. You just tried to protect it as much as possible. I don't blame you from a business standpoint, but now you are fighting in a time where bear markets are where you take market share, and Tensor is so hot on your heels. I mean, like they are neck and neck with you, if not above you on some days. So guys, what do we think about this new model structure? What are we feeling right now? Dor and then Joe.
Yo, so congrats on Magic Eden for listening, but still, in my book, it's a little too late, dog. Just because you made a couple fee structures and stuff, the only reason you listen is because Tensor was eating your lunch. So you're going to need to do a lot more than this for me to ever use your marketplace again. I'm going to use Tensor as much as possible. I don't know what else to say, man. It's like, just because when you were in power, you literally did nothing. And the only reason you decided to do something is because somebody else came along. So what's going to prevent you from not caring or doing anything or listening to the audience again if you do gain the dominance of power again? You know what? I don't know. I don't want to take that chance. So I'm going to continue to support my boys over at Tensor before I continue to use Magic Eden. So glad you guys are finally start taking feedback, but it's still a little too late in my opinion.
Yeah, I agree. Look, I don't know. I like the Magic Eden Ordinals marketplace. That's cool. And I
love it. I'll tell them all day. I love the Ordinals marketplace. Magic Eden's Ordinals marketplace is a lifesaver, and it was much needed. So I'm not knocking them all. I've said it even multiple times. A couple weeks ago when Tensor first took #1 spot, I'm like, yo, congratulations on Ordinals. Like, that place needed a marketplace. At the same time, I can congratulate you on that and say I'm not using your marketplace on Solana by any means.
It's true. And honestly, if Tensor comes in and makes an Ordinals marketplace, which
I would use Tensor.
That's the thing though. It's like Magic Eden's competitive edge right now is just expanding to other blockchains and hoping something sticks. And I think they have something with Ordinals. Not so much Ethereum and Polygon. Like there's already established players, and Polygon is Polygon. Like it's out the window.
Yes.
But I do see a future in the Ordinals marketplace. The problem is, like I said, your competitive advantage is just being the first to that chain or the best one on the chain currently. And somebody like a Tensor, somebody like a Blur can come in immediately and just absolutely just eat you up. So, Joe, how do we feel about the marketplace wars? What are your reactions to that news? Are you back in Magic Eden's corner? Are we still kind of neutral? Are we just too little too late? What are we feeling?
Yeah, I will never use Magic Eden. Even their order, I don't even use them for Ordinals. I use Uniswap, or OrdiSwap. I just load that up, and load that wallet and use that aggregator. Because to be honest, I'll use Tensor. I can see this one sucks. I can see Magic Eden surviving and doing well just because they hold the Boomer chain. They hold that still, right? There's a lot of people that still use Magic Eden because they're scared to use anything else. It confuses them and gets them nervous. So I do think there's a realm where they just stay neck and neck with Tensor, and there's Coca-Cola and Pepsi. I think that's a possibility here. Just because there's enough people where I think they'll see that 50-50 volume share between the two, because it's literally psychological evaluation of people, like looking at it on the 3,000 feet view down. It's like, all right, 50% of people don't want things to be complicated, 50% of people do, and they want the edge on other people. So it's like it makes sense, to be honest. Sorry, I'm off of many things right now. I love you guys.
No, you're good, Joe. That's a good take.
I like the fresh takes. Honestly, this is nice because Joe's usually the super informed one and everything like that. Now he's like, explain it to me like I'm 5. And
what's going on?
Yeah.
What are NFTs?
I'm about it. I'm about it, Joe. I hear you're on a walk too. So I heard is that a dog collar in the background that I hear just kind of clanging?
Yes. Yeah, 100%. Yeah.
I know that sound. Cool. Well, I agree. I think this is good. I think it's a step in the right direction. I think Magic Eden still has plenty to do to make things right, quote unquote, to the people that have literally built them up to where they were able to fundraise and everything like that. Like, congrats on being the first to build like a much more usable platform when your only competition back in the day was Alpha art and digital eyes and soul seed and everything like
Solana art.
Yeah, salon art too. I mean, like, it's just, you know, like that was, we helped prop you up and you ignored us for so long, and now you want to come back to us. It just feels like a little bit more like, oh, you dated a crazy girl when we were treating you just right and all that good stuff, and now you come crawling back, and we're like, why did you ditch us in the first place? So I don't know.
Yeah.
Well,
Doug, your boy got mad trust issues.
I'm at least keeping them within arm's reach now, not 10-foot. Wouldn't touch them with a 10-foot pole reach. So we'll give them that. But guys, I think that about does it for us as far as what I had on the docket for us. Is there anything else you guys want to talk about before we wrap up the show?
If you're not buying heist, you're doing it wrong. That's all I got to say.
Yeah. I'm having fun with the heist. If you go in with the approach that you just want to have fun in a bear market where things are picking up a little bit, I'll give them that much. I love that Mad Lads is going to. It's at 84 already. I mean, like, it's just cranking right now. Cranking.
Yeah, that's so dope. Well, good for you guys. Whoever bought them down there, that's such a good play, especially in this bear market to compound that soul. What a easy, like almost obvious play too. So it's not easy to buy though when things are tanking.
No, it's not fun to watch it either when you miss it by 1.5 soul, but that's okay. Well, we'll save my grief for another day. With all of that being said, I agree. Start preparing yourself. I would say my big outfit for today is start preparing yourself for the next mint season that's coming up on Solana. Obviously, we talk about Cyber Samurai all the time. Get some Sush if you want some access to that. 6 Sush right now is 3.6 soul. Like that's
no, it's not. No, it's not. It's way more than that. You guys don't want none of that, and not for at least another 2.5 weeks. Nope. It's expensive. It's crazy. You don't even want to go near that food. That shit will just drain you.
It's less than 4 soul right now to get. Wait, is it? Am I doing my math?
It's less than 4 soul from 60 soul.
God bless. And it's look. I got a preview of the art. This is coming from. I don't have any financial incentive, honestly. Like I say that my bags are packed, but that's just because I buy and forget about my Cyber Sams. But you can get a whitelist through Cyber Sams. So Door shills heist, and I don't ask him to. It's my turn to shill Cyber Samurai, and I don't really, the only bags I have are my own, but I'm not planning on selling those. You get a whitelist spot for holding a Cyber Samurai. Please DM me if you need one. Honestly, like we'll do a giveaway at some point. Like
dude, we can do a giveaway and we can have Shake like giveaway like multiple Cyber Samurai. So that ain't an issue.
We can hook you up right now. I want to get that community back. Like it's not like it died or anything like that. But man, we used to be infinitely more active, or we are still active. I wish we were a little bit. I think everybody's just like so scattered and about with Ordinals and doing a whole bunch of hoopla and stuff like that. But I think it's about time that community heats back up. So if you want a really good entry price on it right now, I think Sush and Cyber Sams are free. Start looking at Bodagos. Like, do yourself a favor. That is my next NFT project that I'm gonna be sweep. I don't have to sweep the Cyber Sam one because I have so much freaking Sush and Cyber Sams. It's ridiculous. But the Bodagos is gonna be the next one I just absolutely sweep like hard. Sandbar's another one. I was like cool on it, I was like, like I love buckets and JS and everything like that. The fact that they got Architude in for the artist is a big one.
Your boy saw previews, and I don't know if I could have said that. Too late now. I saw previews and it looks good.
Yeah, exactly. I do. There's a lot of projects on the horizon. And Moonfrost, I've been saying this for the longest time, looks like the best game to ever hit Solana, and this is coming from somebody on the Heist team. Like Heist is the best idle game. I will say that wholeheartedly. But if you want something that's more active played, is supposedly free to play. I still got to figure out their model and white paper and all that good stuff. But please keep your eyes on Moonfrost. I think it's going to revolutionize gaming on Solana in terms of active gaming, right? But there's some other cool ones coming up. Those are really the main ones. Rave 3 is, I really like the team behind it. Seems like fun people. I don't know how much it's going to like mint and print or anything like that, but Flory just joined the team. I really like MetaJit. That's definitely one that if you can find whitelist for it, go get it. Migos is another one from Blocksmith. Like there's a ton of projects coming out. I promise you. there is so much opportunity coming on the horizon for Solana that if you're paying too much attention to Ordinals, you're going to miss out on over on Solana. So like, do yourself a favor. If you missed out on Ordinals, if you missed out on this wave and stuff, don't chase that.
Don't
Start
keep
preparing
chasing
yourself for Solana.
Good point, B. Great point. Great point.
Yep.
Oh,
that's
wait.
my
Shout out to Soul Sniper. I just bought a trans-dimensional fox on the side of a mountain because of Soul Sniper. Shout out. Let's go.
Yeah, we be shouting out all our boys: Tensor, Soul Sniper, Nat Magic Eating. Not my boy.
Last thing I'll say too is that Tensor is at some point coming out with a project. Like they are Tensorians or whatever. I know they're coming out with something. So, you know, be on the lookout for that, because if that hits, that's a printer right there. That is access to the best exchange on Solana currently. And I would not fade that. So other than that, I think that's about all the alpha I have for you guys today. Is there anything else that we need to cover?
No, I think we're good, dog. Thanks everybody for tuning in again.
Drop a subscribe down below. If you're watching on the YouTube channel, please do. It helps out the show tremendously. We do this for free every Tuesday, Thursday, 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We are taking a 2-week break. Start June 1st will be our last show up until June 20th, I think. So we are taking a 2-week break. Guys, it's just we do this for free. This is for free. We need a mental break. We will be going on past 80 shows basically without a break. We have been going like constantly. So we have been around for almost a year. Please do us a favor. Drop that subscribe. Hit a review over on Spotify or Apple Podcasts. We do upload the episode shortly after. I did it last time. I got back on my grind. So please do that. Share the show on Twitter. Literally, we stream it to Twitter. Go ahead and retweet that. Go ahead and like it on Twitter. Go ahead and tell all your people about it. We appreciate the people like Curve, who always shouts us out, like Bolt and Drew's recently. I mean, like, the people who spread the love. We appreciate you immensely. It helps grow the show so that we can eventually monetize. We want to make this a job so we can make this sustainable and start providing value back to you guys too. So we will be completely transparent with you guys. That's about it for us. Please have a great weekend. Enjoy yourselves, and thank you for tuning in to another episode.